Gotta fight to win, fight to win, fight to win. I'ma say it again. You gotta fight to win, fight to win. It ain't over till it's over, it's about to begin.
Good Monday morning. Thank you for joining and tuning in to Endie Fiya's Monday Motivation. This is your man Causso, the My Struggle is My Strength motivational speaker. I hope that everyone had a great weekend. You know, like football is back. But we can't forget about those Lakers. Can't forget about those LA Lakers. I hope LeBron finishes and hope they do well in the NBA Finals. But we'll see. Please don't send me any mail. But today I'm super excited because we are continuing our faith series. And before we get started, I'd like to thank Endie Fiya for giving me this opportunity to speak. You can tune in to her show at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays for music, entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. That's right, guys. Go to Blog Talk Radio /Endie Fiya. That's ENDIE, and Fiya is FIYA. Check it out, guys, and tell Causso sent you. We began our series talking about faith. Now, faith is the assurance of things that you hope for and the evidence of things that you don't currently see, right? So in other words, if you desire something, no matter what it is, if you believe it, that means that you have to have an expectation that it's going to eventually happen at some point, right? And remember, I gave you guys the example of me currently using a wheelchair, but I'm training to run a marathon, so I have to have faith, right? Last week, we talked about unwavering faith, and I believe that you have to stay solid and stay firm on what you believe to happen, and you don't waver. I mean, like going back and forth. Make a decision and stand on it. And what makes our faith waver is broken focus, and what breaks our focus is distractions. This week we are talking about goals. The number one thing that stops our faith is doubt. If you're not setting goals in your life, you're advocating for someone else to have control over your life. Because think about it, there are only really two options. You're either going to go through life by design or you're going to go through life by default. You know, you're either going to set goals and decide what's important in your life, or someone else will. And if you choose to forfeit your power, forfeit your authority, you're going to go through life like kind of coasting and drifting, whichever way the wind blows. And if you approach this like kind of like a daisical, you're going to lose because you're wasting time. I think everyone should strive to think the same way. You know, you set goals, you manage your goals, and you stay focused on your goal. And the first thing that you should know is goals and faith are fungible. You know, you can't have one without the other, because, you know, when you set a goal, you're saying that you believe this goal of, you know, whatever it is, to be accomplished by a certain time. And what happens is your faith ends up being stretched, contingent on how big your goal is. And that pleases God, because we know that without faith, it is impossible to please God. So if you don't have any goals, then that means you're not going to take any risks, right? There are two main issues that I discovered about goal setting. When we set them too low, we try to expedite the process of completing them. You see, like we overestimate what we can do in a year, and then we underestimate what you could have done in 10 years. And then the difference between a goal and a dream is that you attach a deadline or a date to it. That's why Matthew 9:29 says, according to your faith, it will be done to you. So in reality, you get to choose. So when you are setting goals, ask yourself, will this require me to have faith? You know, is it such a big dream that you know without a doubt you're going to need some supernatural source, some supernatural strength to really help you? So don't never be afraid to take a risk and go out on a limb, because that's where the fruit is. You know, it doesn't grow at the bottom. The fruit grows on the limb, and that's where the opportunities lay in the wait. So, you know, goals, they also focus your energy. They keep you from wasting time. They keep you from wasting your money, from wasting your energy. They keep you focused. So, I mean, like, let me tell you, focus is the major key for an effective life. So it's not about the 5 things that you dabble in. It's this one thing that you do. And the more focused you are in your life, the more powerful and the more effective your life is going to be. But if you spread it out and diffuse your life on a whole bunch of different things, then it's going to be, things on this and focusing on that. You're not going to make any impact at all. But if you focus your life and lock in, it's going to be powerful and you're going to be strong and it's going to change the world. Now, I'm sure that everyone will agree we're constantly surrounded by distractions. Like there's so many distractions that come your way, and the reality is you can spend your life, you can waste your life, or you can invest your life. And I believe the key is to do what matters the most, and put everything else on the back burner. Now, our brother Paul says in 1 Corinthians 9:26, I do not run without a goal. I fight like a boxer who is hitting something, not just the air. So in other words, Paul is saying, I'm not playing around. I'm not like shadow boxing. When I box, I fight to win. I run the race. I'm going to win. So goals is the fuel that keeps you going. They give you hope to endure and to keep going. And I say this all the time, when you're struggling and it's really hard, you really just gotta keep going. And to do this, you have to look beyond the pain and look beyond the challenges. You have to have a goal that really keeps you going. I discovered a research that was done on several individuals who endured a very traumatic event, and those researchers discovered that those individuals that were going through that traumatic event had something that they were looking forward to. They had something waiting on them, and they were looking forward to something. They had a goal, and those individuals that didn't have anything to live for or to look forward to, they didn't have a goal, and they simply lost. And they lost the desire to live. I remember several years ago when I was going back and forth from LA to Atlanta, and I was really in a bad place. I was really dealing with the challenges of MS, and I was really in a deep depression, and I was really going through it. What really kept me going was the goal that I had that I wanted to accomplish. And that kept me from giving up. Because when you have a long-term goal, they will keep you from being discouraged with short-term challenges and setbacks. Everyone has setbacks and everyone makes mistakes and experience failure. But failures is the only way to succeed. You cannot succeed in life without experiencing some kind of failure. But the biggest thing is to fail forward. So in other words, don't quit, because everything in life is a learning experience. So goals keep you going, and they keep you from being discouraged from short-term setbacks. Now, let's think about this for a second. A goal doesn't have to be, big to motivate you. For example, I remember being in the hospital for like 3 weeks, right? And I couldn't really walk, and I had to use milestone goals to work up to the ultimate big goal. So, one day if I could only walk 5 feet, that was a goal that I accomplished. So guess what? The next day I set the goal to walk 10 feet, and I just kept building from there. Because the biggest benefit from the goals that you're going to set isn't going to be the achievements you're going to acquire because of those goals, but the change that occurs on the inside while you're moving towards the goal. As we're recapping, point number 1, goals and faith are fungible. You have to have a goal. You have to have a belief that what you're believing in, it will happen at some time or another. Point number 2, goals focus your energy. Goals keep you from wasting your time and wasting your money. They keep you focused. Point number 3, goals is the fuel that keeps you going. They give you hope to endure, and they keep you going when you want to give up. So you got to have a goal to keep you going. This is your man Causso. I want you guys to pull out your phone right now and follow me on Instagram at ms_ISMS. And join us next week in the continuation of our faith series. I hope everyone has a phenomenal week. I want you guys to stay safe, wear your mask, wash your hands, to sanitize your hands, and remember that saving lives starts with you.